back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Gia. If you're not, then you already know. In today's reading vlog, we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be including two things that I love, reading and writing. Ever since I became a reader during the pandemic time, I have always wanted to be a writer, but I've always had those negative thoughts in my head, especially because I was so young, that my ideas weren't good enough, I wasn't a good writer, and I was always scared that I was going to write a book, love it, and everyone was going to hate it and it would never sell. Obviously, now that I'm older, I've pushed past those thoughts, and my recurring problem has been that I just have too many ideas. I'll have an idea for a hockey romance, and then I'll have one for a cowboy romance, and then a romantasy, and then a fantasy novel series, and they all topple on top of each other, and I can never pick one. However, a couple days ago, I was able to narrow it down to just one book. I think I'm going to be able to stick to it, and today is October 1st. I turn 18 in 29 days, and I want to challenge myself to write as much as possible throughout these 29 days to see how far I can get through this book and stick to only this one. I want to find out if I like the writing process, if I'm actually a good writer, if I like my storylines and things all make sense. I hope that by the end of the 29 days, I can decide if I actually want to write a book or not, and if I want to stick to writing this book or a different one. But like I said, I'm going to be including writing and reading in this vlog because I know that you guys love the reading vlogs, and so do I. Since I dedicated my earlier afternoon to writing, I'm going to dedicate a little bit of my evening to reading, and our book of the choice today is Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Literally anything Elsie Silver writes, I'm gonna read it. I just recently finished Wild Love, which I rated 4 stars. I loved that book. However, the entire time all I was thinking of was Weston Belmont, so now that we're finally on his book, I am very much ecstatic. I am about 103 pages in right now, so I'm on chapter 8, and we're gonna see how far I can get through this book before I have to go inside and start winding down for the night. Today is October 2nd, and I know you guys saw me writing earlier in Starbucks. I was only able to stay there for about an hour. I actually didn't have school today because it's a Jewish holiday. I decided to sleep in so late today that I literally only had an hour in Starbucks before I had to go to work. I was able to wrap up my second chapter though, and I was about to start on the third when my best friend Haley called me and reminded me that we had work. I have thoughts of how I want to start it, so there's like an urge in my bones to continue writing. It's 6:30 right now. I just got off of work and I have a disgusting craving for a grilled chicken broccoli Alfredo pasta. So we're gonna head over to Papa Gino's and I'm gonna get that, but I want to see if I can sit down in the restaurant while I eat and write to see if I can get the urge to write out of my body because I need to read. This month I have a TBR. I need to double the numbers of last month because they were not looking good. I don't even know if I should do like a September reading wrap up because I think I only read like 4 or 5 books, which is like not cool. But if you guys want it, let me know and I'll do it. But we're gonna go over to Papa Gino's, see how much writing I can get done, and try to put it away for the rest of the night so that I can focus on reading as much as possible. guys, I made it to Duncan, but I literally think I'm going to have to restart my story from chapter 1 because the way things are formatted right now are not working, and I just started to realize this isn't realistic. Back to square one. So, I'm back in my car. There's literally no place to sit. Like, there's barely a place to stand up in that Starbucks. I love this Starbucks. It's my favorite Starbucks. Every time I have free block, this is the one I come to sit outside. I love the outside area here, but now we have to go to the one down the road, which I always go to. I always freaking go to that Starbucks because there's never people outside. It's always not busy, but this one is always busy on weekends. But it's okay. Even though they were busy, they still made my drink right. I'm gonna go down there and we're just gonna sit in the outside area that I usually always sit in all of my videos whenever I have to go out to a cafe and study or do anything at all. And we're gonna start writing. I'm actually so excited, guys. Recently I've been loving writing. I feel like this is going really good so far. Okay, guys, we made it to the new location. I know this is kind of like an awkward angle, but it's the best I can do right now. I know I told you guys that I'm only on chapter 2. It's still true, but it's only because I literally had to restart from chapter 1. I was almost on chapter 4 when I started to realize, like, this is not realistic. I don't think even I would read this. Like, I started reading it back and I was like, I'm bored. If I was a reader, I wouldn't want to read this. So I restarted and I'm now editing chapter 2, adding a lot more depth and a lot more feel to my characters. I don't want to reveal too much about what the book is about, the characters, anything like that, because, like, I don't want to get anybody excited for me, like, just to not like it or to never release it. And even if I do release it, like, I don't want you guys to know the whole thing. We have my computer open. It is on chapter 2 and we're gonna keep writing and see how far I can get. I brought my headphones so that I can turn on some music and, like, totally focus. Stop, if I look chopped, don't tell me. I'm focused right now. I'm writing. I'm doing my job. Alright, you guys, we are back in the car. I'm very proud of myself because I was able to wrap up chapter 2 of the book. It was so information and emotionally heavy to write and read back that I literally hit a complete wall with my 3rd chapter because I have 2 different ways that I could start this and I don't really know how I want to do it yet. I'm, like, internally debating and I don't want to, like, sit out in the sun for longer than I already have because I've been there for like an hour working on the 2nd chapter, just trying to think of what I want to do. I also want to spend some time reading, so I think I'm going to go on a little bit of a drive. I love driving in the countryside. I think I already know where I'm going, so I want to see if I can just neutralize my brain before I pick up my book and start reading so that I don't forget about the ideas that I have for my own book, and so that I can also kind of have a second to come back to reality and not stay in the little bubble and world of my own book. But so far, writing has been very successful. I'm very proud of myself. I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna roll my windows down, turn up my country music, and I'm just gonna start driving around, and hopefully I'll find a little spot to park and pull my book out so that I can start reading. vlog, I'm going out and there's a very real possibility that most of my day is going to be spent with my best friend and not reading or writing. But don't doubt me, y'all. I have Google Docs on my cellular device, okay? Catch me literally every 2 minutes that I have free writing something down for the next chapter. I'm literally gonna change my entire outfit. I have like such a bad habit of changing outfits like 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Those TikToks people are like, what I used to wake up, what I used to go to school, what I used to go to work, what I used to chill at home, what I used to go to sleep. That's me. Realistically, that's me. Like, unfortunately, that's me. Me and Haley were also just talking about Halloween costumes, and I want to know what you guys are going to be for Halloween because I'm debating. Like, I was thinking about being a sexy cowgirl. Haley's thinking about being a fucking bumblebee. The fuck, yo? So I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what I should be. Do I wear this? I haven't worn this in a long time. I guess this could be cute. I guess I'll just wear this, yeah. If you guys have any like Halloween costume suggestions for me, let me know. I would love to know your opinion. I also just want to know what you guys are going to be for Halloween. This is my new outfit, literally this exact same thing, except for I changed my shirt. I'll check back in with you guys when I'm home. Hopefully I'm home before like 5 or 6 so that I still have a lot of time to write my book and continue reading. I think the drive really helped me clear my mind because I was able to like read so much. Last night I didn't stay up, but when I went to Five Below I actually got myself a witch's brew Alani, which I've heard is really bad for you, but I really want to try it because I love Alani. So we're gonna taste test it tonight when I decide to pull an all-nighter to continue writing and reading my book. Hey guys, it's currently like 7 p.m. right now. It's 7:06. I just got home. I know I said I was gonna be home way earlier, but when you're with your best friend, you're with your best friend and things go how they go, okay? I know there's like a big light on me. It's because I'm actually going to record us cracking this witch's brew Alani for my TikTok besties as well. I'm really excited. Like, people have been hospitalized because of this drink, but still gonna try it. Like, why wouldn't I? Ooh. It smells really good. It smells really good. Okay, I'm gonna put my little glass straw in. Is this supposed to do that? Is this supposed to look like a cauldron or some shit? Like, why is it like, vlog, this is actually really fucking good. I think this might be my new favorite Alani flavor. I don't know if it's supposed to look like a fucking cauldron every time you sip it, or if my shit is like tweaking out and this is like a warning that I'm about to be hospitalized tonight, but I have to like catch the fizz. Oh my gosh, wait, I kind of love this. This is actually fun. Wait, I love this drink. I'm staying up all night. This bitch is keeping me up. Okay, I put my sweater on. I'm under the covers. I grabbed my computer and I have my Alani witch's brew that I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this. This is actually so good. I'm obsessed. All right, we're gonna continue writing. I'm very, very happy with how my second chapter ended. I have an idea for how my third one is gonna start, so let's get on that before I start forgetting everything. Vlog, I just woke up and it's 11:30. We are about to make a little morning coffee because I woke up feeling like I want to write. I lost the cup that I always love to make my coffee in, so we're going to make it in a different cup today, just this one. We're gonna make the same coffee I always make. It's my hazelnut blueberry latte. As I make my coffee, I wanted to talk to you guys just a little bit about my book and how I'm feeling so far. Last night, I didn't stay up as late as I thought that I would writing. I feel like my eyes were starting to like really get strained in the dark because I ended up turning all the lights off and then I accidentally fell asleep. I will say I got through like 2/3 of the 3rd chapter, so I'm very happy. I'm actually really liking how it's going so far. I feel like this is more like realistic or like more book-like than what my first original 3 chapters were. What I didn't tell you guys in the beginning of this vlog is that I have tried this so many times. Like, I have actually tried to write books like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and I always end up giving up or forgetting about it or changing up literally everything about the book and starting from square one. Literally like 2 months ago, I was working on a book and I was getting so into it that I literally printed out the first 5 chapters of the book and I was like editing it on a real like piece of paper. I was like going through it and editing it as if I was editing a first draft of a book. But then I realized I was writing a book about a girl who was like way older than me, and I'm like, ugh, I don't enjoy writing books about female main characters that are older than me because I feel like I can't really speak on that experience or that age because I haven't lived it yet. I would love to show you guys the actual pieces of papers, but I remember I got so stressed that I literally just crumpled them up and threw them away. This time I don't think I'm going to feel that way just because now I'm finally writing about 2 18-year-olds, so I feel very much more like I am in the proper territory. I will say this is like a college romance and they are very much roommates, and there is a very large possibility that it could become an interconnected series, but I don't know if I want to do that for my first book. My coffee is made and I was gonna sit in the living room to change up my scenery from last night, but there is the biggest fly I have ever seen on planet Earth in my house right now, and it's literally around all of the plants that are on the windowsill in my living room. My mom said that there was like a swarm of them yesterday because our window screen was broken. The windows have stayed closed because she was like terrified. She had to call my stepdad to come and kill all of them. Ooh, that tastes good. But apparently there's still one lone soldier and it's in my fucking living room, and there's no way I'm sitting there. So we're gonna have to go back to my room. We're gonna continue chapter 3. We're gonna see if we can wrap that up and start on chapter 4. But so far so good. Things have been going great. I feel very much more like I am connected to this book rather than any other book I think I've ever written. Right, we made it to Starbucks and I basically got myself like super ready because I was just at home and I was bored and I didn't like the setting that I was writing in. I was able to write like not even like 10 sentences without literally like feeling like I was suffocating in my space. So I came to Starbucks. It's way later in the day. It's like 5 o'clock now, which is crazy, but I literally just was on TikTok and I received the sweetest comment of someone saying that they love my bookish content. It was so sweet and it like just lit up my whole day. So just know if that was you, I hope you like this video. But I completely forgot to bring my water bottle with me. I have this one, but the water in here is like old and it's hot because it's literally been hot in Massachusetts, just pissing me off. So I'm gonna go inside Starbucks and I'm gonna ask if their waters are still complimentary. I imagine that they're not. I'm almost 100% certain you have to like buy something to get the water, but I didn't bring my cards with me, so I don't have anything on me, and I totally forgot that this was where I was gonna come. So if they don't give me water, we're just gonna have to drink some very old hot water while we sit outside. Today it seems less busy. There's like a group of women, but that pretty much like seems like the biggest crowd we're gonna get. So I'm on the second half of my 3rd chapter right now, and we're about to write a really fun little run-in scene between our 2 main characters, so I'm very excited. I'll update you guys on how far we get, how I'm feeling, and everything else that comes with writing once I'm done and move on to reading, because I definitely want to stay here a little longer so that I'm also able to read some of my book, but we always start with writing before reading. Okay, we are back in the car once again. I feel like I have literally just been in and out, in and out, in and out of my car all the time, but I was able to pretty much write the whole run-in scene. I actually really like it. I feel like it turned out really cute, and I feel like it like really portrays my male main character and my female main character really well. Like I feel like you really can see their personalities in this little run-in and how they're gonna like slightly like butt heads a little bit. It's 6:17 right now, so I stayed here for a good like hour and 20 minutes, and I am now about to head home because I'm starving and I'm hungry. But so far so good. I had a very like underlying fear that I was going to start writing this book and then I was gonna hate the whole process and I was gonna stop writing, because I feel like it's like always just really been a dream of mine to be an author, to write my own books. So to have that dream crushed because I hate the whole process of writing would have been horrible, but so far we're really good. I don't want to jinx it though. There's still the possibility that I might hate it. I am getting very tired, I will say that. I feel like writing, especially when you're writing on a computer, is very exhausting, but I'm taking long breaks and I am going outside, I'm walking, I'm reconnecting with nature. I feel like I'm very in my head, so I'm taking breaks. I'm also reading, which I also feel like is playing into the whole taking a break thing, because it also just like helps my mind. It gives me inspiration. I see other people's writing styles as well, which really helps me to kind of identify my own. If you guys have any suggestions on anything that you want to see in this book, any micro tropes that you guys like, comment them down below in the comments and I'll make sure to be thinking of them while I'm writing. I'm a very like cafe right outside of my home type of person. I know we've noticed that throughout this vlog. If you guys have any coffee orders, if you guys have any cute little cafes in Massachusetts, I would love to hear your opinions, your thoughts, your advice. Also, let me know your opinions on Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver in the comments, because that's the book we're reading throughout this vlog, and so far I'm doing really freaking good, and this book is looking like a 5-star read for me. It's looking like a 5-star read to me, so let me know your opinions and thoughts in the comments on that too.